These big screen scenes depict one of the most brutal games in existence, in all its bloody glory.
Do you want to play?
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Russian roulette scenes in movies.
You wanna play games? I got a game for you, Chow.
For this list, we'll be focusing on the most iconic scenes of Russian roulette in movies. Whether it be the traditional game itself, or variations in which it's suggested to certain characters. We've based our picks on a mixture of their memorability and popularity. Also, be on the lookout for a few spoilers along the way.
She loves me. She loves me nuts.
Number 10, getting into it, Arizona Dream.
Do it.
In what is one of Johnny Depp's relatively early roles, he plays a young man who moves to Arizona and finds himself in the middle of a provocative relationship with a mother and a stepdaughter.
I have a game for you.
Okay.
As their passions take them down darker paths, the sly Grace pushes the boundaries further by suggesting they play a little Russian roulette.
Grace, please. Grace. Don't.
It's a game, Max.
No. Stop. Don't do it, please.
Obviously frightened, Axel hopes some practical talk will do the trick, but after taking a puff, he feels ready to participate. It may be a surrealist comedy, but the sense of tension and danger are still very much evident in this scene.
You can't do that. That's breaking the rules.
Number 9, pure bravado, La Haine.
Vas-y, fais-moi. Allez, mon, fais-moi.
Following a violent riot, the focus of this gritty drama shifts to the plights of 3 Parisian friends that try to live a fruitful life while coming to grips with the realities of their real selves.
Tu connais Gérard Majax? Quoi? Regarde. Une balle. You chuck. Bing! J'ai raté.
In one particularly chaotic scene, the gang meets up with the shirtless Asterix, and he displays his manliness while taunting a clearly rattled Vince in the most sensible of ways.
Deux balles.
With a game of Russian roulette.
Tu flippes? Astérix.
Asterix may well have had a method behind the madness, but fate ultimately had a different ending in mind for the wannabe tough guy named Vince. Number 8, comedic machismo, Starsky and Hutch.
You wanna tell me who hired you?
In this comedic adaptation of the classic TV series, Ben Stiller's detective David Starsky has all the necessary machismo for tracking down bad guys. The look, the intensity, and the posturing.
Let's play a little Russian roulette.
These also all make up for his obvious lack of tactical intelligence. In order to try and scare a recently caught criminal into spilling information, he challenges Chow to a fake game of Russian roulette, unaware that he accidentally loaded the gun.
You crossed the line. Your nuts are mine.
This fatal mistake ultimately leads to a hole in the ceiling, a very confused Starsky, one seriously frightened criminal, and a whole lot of laughs.
You're crazy!
Number 7, Love or Death, Leon the Professional.
Want love or death? That's it.
Do hitmen have any room for love in their lives? Well, they do if a young Natalie Portman points a gun to her head and talks smack.
I love you, Leah.
In Luc Besson's renowned French thriller, young Matilda turns to said professional and not only professes her love, but also a willingness to learn the trade.
I want you to teach me how to be like you. How to be strong like you, smart like you.
Unsurprisingly, Leon's not in the business of corrupting young girls, but after an impassioned act of devotion, Matilda proves that she's not your typical 12-year-old. A heavy moment in a film already layered with death, taboo, and broken innocence.
I win.
Number 6, Bad Cop, L.A. Confidential.
I just wanted to lose my cherry. You don't die, so I don't die.
In this Oscar-winning neo-noir, Guy Pearce stars as Ed Exley, a Los Angeles detective that utilizes special tactics when trying to coax information from suspects.
Did you kill her? He wanted Lewis to lose his cherry, but that wasn't enough. So things got out of hand and you made her bleed.
Then you have Russell Crowe's Bud White, a man with a serious chip on his shoulder when it comes to wife beaters and men that take advantage of women.
Did you dance with a man for a change?
What are you, some kind of smartass?
So when his partner doesn't quite get the job done, Bud steps in to get the information they need at any cost to the suspect's safety.
Where's the girl?
White, I have this under control. Put the weapon down.
Is the girl?
Not only does he play the part of bad cop effectively, he also reveals the essence of who he is as a man.
109 Avalon, Brown Corner House, upstairs.
Number 5, we'll flip for it, Malcolm X.
I tell you what we do, Rudy. Well, I'm a fair man.
Before there was Malcolm X, there was Detroit Red. In order to prove his alpha male status before a robbery, Denzel Washington's titular character swiftly steals the thunder of a gangster named Rudy through a one-sided game of Russian roulette.
We'll flip for it. I'll flip this.
Singling out the would-be deadly bullet, Detroit Red showcases his willingness to ride or die.
I'll flip first, Rudy.
Red, cool it. Come on, babe.
By the end of the tension-riddled ordeal, it's obvious that the power dynamic has been quickly shuffled, with Rudy knocked down a few notches, and Malcolm Little as the new man in charge.
I think I heard Rudy say something. What'd you say, Rudy?
Number 4, Am I Bluffing? Kiss Kiss, Bang Bang.
I want you to picture a bullet inside your head. Can you do that for me?
Before he was manning the helm of Iron Man 3, Shane Black made his feature debut with both Robert Downey Jr. and Val Kilmer starring, with the former being a thief-turned-actor on the hunt for his friend Harmony, albeit in a rather clumsy fashion.
Doesn't that suck? I just hit you for no reason. I don't even know why. Watch it.
Under the tutelage of Kilmer's private investigator, our DJ ends up questioning a health clinic security guard, but the tongue-in-cheek banter ultimately turns dark and deadly.
Harry, what are you doing?
Well, what I'm doing, for the guy who likes to bluff, is I'm playing a little game called Am I Bluffing?
With the film's sense of balance allowing for a smooth transition from comedic to deathly serious, we can't help but flinch when the trigger is pulled.
Where is the girl?
What did you just do?
I put in one bullet, didn't I?
Number 3, When the Bulb Lights Up, 13 tzameti.
Je demande au public de reculer! Reculer!
After discovering a mysterious envelope, a Georgian man struggling to make a living in France follows the leads in the hopes of making some extra cash. He instead finds himself in very deep trouble.
Numéro 13, t'as un problème? Y'a un problème avec ton flingue?
With black and white visuals further establishing the stark nature of the scene, Sébastien gets caught up in a unique contest of Russian roulette, where he learns that his fortune won't come as easy as he initially thought. When the bulb lights up, only a select few will make it to the next round. The scene blends survival and greed, and its visceral nature shines through perfectly despite a lack of color. 5 years later, director Gela Babluani would direct an American remake, which, though it had different visuals, was intense all the same.
All eyes on the bulb!
Number 2, Daddy's Working, The Boondocks Saints 2, All Saints Day.
Throw them over. Kill the old man! Throw them over!
For some of the younger Walking Dead fanatics, it may come as a surprise to learn that Norman Reedus was previously known for his role in the 2 Boondocks Saints films.
Liberating, isn't it?
And while the sequel probably wasn't a good idea in retrospect, it did provide a classic Russian roulette scene in which Big Daddy Noah hopes to get the information he needs via a gun and the luck of the Irish. It's a different kind of roulette mashup, but with the same set of rules, if you choose to play, that is.
Son, Daddy's working.
In this case, all the guy had to do was talk, and Daddy would have left quietly.
Where is he? Cool!
Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Ooh. AKA Bobby Balls.
Clean and shaven.
Number 1. When in captivity, the deer hunter.
That means we gotta play each other.
More bullets against each other. What are you, crazy?
We had to bite the bullet and give our top spot to Michael Cimino's harrowing classic, in which the game of Russian roulette plays an integral role in establishing the psychological aspects of war.
We're gonna be out of here.
Once Mike and Nick are captured, they find themselves at the mercy of the North Vietnamese, forced to entertain them by squaring off, friend against friend, in a game of Russian roulette.
Ow! You got an empty chamber in that gun. Ow! Put an empty chamber in that gun.
While Mike pushes his way through psychological barriers, Nick would have a more difficult time coming to grips with the experience. And who can blame him?
Nicky! Come on! Damn it!
Do you agree with our list?
Eh, wait.
What do you think is the most intense Russian roulette movie scene?
Go ahead!
For more mind-blowing top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Well, let me take your turn for you.
No!